Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. More than 1,300 COVID 19 patients discharged in Andhra as state sees 1,062 fresh cases. With a staggering 1,332 COVID 19 patients getting discharged from hospitals across Andhra Pradesh in the past 24 hours, the total number of discharged persons is now more than the active cases in the state. This has taken the cumulative number of discharged persons to 11,101 and brought the number of active cases down to 10,894. The state has witnessed a spike in cases over the past 1 week with more than 1,000 in the last 2 days itself. According to the media bulletin released by the State Command Control Center, another 1,062 positive cases were recorded in the past 24 hours. This includes 1,051 from people within Andhra Pradesh, 9 from other states, and 2 foreign returnees. The cumulative positive cases stand at 22,259 in the state. 12 patients succumbed to the virus, taking the total number of deaths to 264. LG Polymers case, 12 accused including CEO Sang Ki Jiang sent to 14-day judicial remand. All 12 accused including LG Polymers CEO Sang Ki Jiang, Technical Director DS Kim and General Manager P. Purna Chandra Mohana Rao, who were arrested for the LG Polymers gas leak at RR Venkatpuram village in Vishakhapatnam, were sent to 14-day judicial remand on Wednesday. They were produced before the magistrate through video conferencing by the police. The 12 were arrested on Tuesday after the police found prima facie evidence against them in the investigation into the styrene vapor leak from the plant on May 7, which left 15 people dead and 538 hospitalized. After the high power committee constituted to the probe the reasons for the leakage found fault with the management for the accident, police arrested the CEO and 11 others on Tuesday. Police said the accused will be shifted to the central jail at Adivaram. They will be in remand till July 22 as per the court order. Chandrababu Naidu condemns demolition of houses in Kuppam, asserting that it was only after the TDP came to power that pukka houses were built for the poor families in the state. Leader of opposition N. Chandrababu Naidu on Tuesday accused the ruling YSRC leaders of making empty promises to betray people. Condemning the demolition of foundations led for the houses of poor beneficiaries in Kuppam constituency, Naidu demanded that the government reconstruct the houses and hand over the same to the beneficiaries. The government should explain why the poor people's houses were demolished in Kuppam assembly segment, he said. Addressing the victims who staged a protest in front of the Kuppam MRO office online, Naidu said the TDP was waging a war against corruption in house sites, distribution and related land acquisition by the YSRC government. As a responsible opposition, the TDP is fighting for house sites for the poor, he said. Under the TDP rule, construction of 10 lakh houses was completed during 2014 to 2019. The YSRC cancelled construction of 4.37 lakh houses as soon as they came to power, he alleged. The TDP government gave house sites of nearly 2.5 cents to 3 cents, but now the YSRC has reduced the size to just 1 cent. COVID testing hit as technicians test positive. One of the VRDL technicians working at the Ongole Government General Hospital GGH tested positive for virus. The district authorities were not able to release COVID-19 bulletin on Sunday. It may be mentioned that microbiology lab HOD was on sick leave. 2 house surgeons and 2 staff nurses of GGH who tested positive are undergoing treatment in the same hospital. One lab technician from Markapur also tested positive as he is undergoing treatment at the GGH. There are 25 lab technicians working in 3 shifts at the GGH and 30 are working in labs at Markapur, Chirala and Kundukur. With lab technicians testing positive, the COVID-19 testing was affected at labs in Ongole and Markapur. "50 lakh will get house sites on August 15, CM Jagan Mohan Reddy. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy has said the distribution of house sites pattas will be held on August 15, subject to a favourable ruling by the Supreme Court, and accused the opposition TDP of trying to halt welfare programs benefiting the people. We planned distribution of 30 lakh house sites pattas on July 8, but the opposition has intentionally moved court and we took it to the apex court. We hope that a favorable verdict will come before August 15, Jagan said during a review meeting on house site pattas as part of the Spandana video conference held here on Tuesday. If the house sites are to be given as deformed pattas, they can be given even now. But now the government wants to register the house sites in the name of the woman of the household, which will be an asset for them. We are doing this with good intention and hope that the good will prevail, the chief minister said. He said it is the first time that such a mega project of distributing house sites in such a large scale was planned, covering nearly 20% of the population. NIMS kicks off country's first indigenous COVID-19 vaccine, Covaxin human trials. The Nizam's Institute of Medical Sciences, NIMS, is likely to conduct trials of the country's first indigenous COVID-19 vaccine, Covaxin, on about 60 candidates. The NIMS doctors, in a prelude to conducting the human trials, began preliminary work on Tuesday. The hospital is one of the 12 institutions where nearly 375 candidates would be administered the first dose of the vaccine as part of the human trials. It is learned that several people have shown interest through emails and calls to be part of the trials, but they would first be shortlisted, tested for fitness and COVID-19 antibodies at a central lab, after which the candidates would be finalized. NIMS hopes to conduct the trials on about 60 candidates, but the number would be determined next week once the section is completed. Several procedures and protocol work started on Tuesday. The samples of the candidates who came to the hospital would be collected to check for COVID. This would then be sent to the ICMR lab in Delhi. Once we get the reports, the candidates' overall health status would be checked and the drug administered on the trial basis, a doctor working on the Covaxin human trial said. Over 1 lakh Telugu students of US in a fix-over visa withdrawal. Around 1 lakh students from the Telugu states who are living in the US would be affected if the American government withdraws visas of those whose universities have moved classes entirely online. However, experts said the law would be difficult to implement and urged Telugus to remain calm. They argued that not only the students but thousands who have completed their education and are unable to get a job or those who lost their job because of the COVID-19 pandemic would be affected. Thousands here are forced to take up PhD courses because after their masters they could not get a job. They too would be affected. Mohan Nannappa Neni, founder of Team AID, an NGO which helps distressed foreign students in the USA, said, those who returned to the Telugu states when the pandemic broke out may also be affected. In 2018-19, around 11 lakh foreign students flew to US to study, of whom 4 lakh are Indians, according to experts. Of this 4 lakh, around 1 lakh are Telugus from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Black day in the history of Telangana, says TPCC President Uttam Reddy on Secretariat Complex demolition. Opposition parties on Tuesday launched a vitriolic attack on the state government for tearing down the buildings of the old Secretariat complex for the construction of a new one. Describing Tuesday as a black day in the annals of Telangana history, TPCC President N. Uttam Kumar Reddy questioned Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao's priorities. How can the demolition of Secretariat buildings be a priority at the time when COVID-19 is wreaking havoc in the state? He wondered and urged the governor to invoke Section 8 of the Andhra Pradesh State Reorganization Act to take control of the situation in the GHMC area. He further slammed Chief Secretary Somesh Kumar for dancing to the tune of the Chief Minister. Somesh Kumar was not acting as the head of the bureaucracy, he said. By not attending a meeting called by the governor, the Chief Secretary resorted to the constitutional impropriety. Other leaders who joined Uttam Kumar Reddy in slamming the government, including MPs A. Revant Reddy, Komti Reddy, Vyankat Reddy, CLP leader Mallu Bharti Vikramarka, and senior leader Shabbir Ali, who said that the demolition of the building was a Tughlaq act. Reduced delay in test results, Telangana Governor Tamilisai tells private hospitals. The delay in COVID-19 testing is costing precious lives. as the result takes 48 hours instead of usual 6, thereby delaying admission and treatment. Managements of about 12 private hospitals informed Governor Tamilisai Soundrajan on Tuesday. In a special interaction with them, the governor took note of the hospital's concerns and asked them to cut down the delay in releasing the COVID 19 test results, try to avoid delays in test results, and begin the treatment for the needy as soon as possible. I am not saying this as the first citizen of the state, but as the common citizen, the treatment must be cost effective in this pandemic situation, she said. The governor stressed that everyone should work in harmony to overcome the challenges posed by the pandemic. She said there is a need to improve the infrastructure at the hospitals, particularly beds with oxygen lines and ventilators, as a surge in patients is likely. Telangana Institute of Medical Sciences to serve COVID 19 patients with 50% staff. While the Health Minister Yetala Rajender has constantly asserted through his tweets and at press meets that the Telangana Institute of Medical Sciences TIMS is ready to serve, it has come to light that TIMS has only 50% of the staff in place. Yetala had stated that TIMS will be open to the public on July 8. The state government on Tuesday called for the second phase of recruitment to fill the remaining vacant posts in TIMS as well as in Gandhi Hospital on an outsourcing basis. On June 16, the state government had issued a notification for filing up of 499 posts in TIMS on contract basis. However, only half the posts were filed despite the government claiming that it had received 13,090 applicants. Director of Medical Education, Dr. Ramesh Reddy, in a note released on Tuesday said, based on the new presidential order and as per the merit and roster system, applicants were selected. Unfortunately, 50% of the vacancies could not be filled. Thus, there is a need to fill this post to combat the pandemic of COVID 19. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe Payan Times.